Yes, good afternoon. This is Zaim. Right now we are in Musanze, a beautiful town which is the start of the gorilla trekking. And I'm sitting with a great man who was with me for the past 2 3 days, Mr. Kasim. And yes, what I have seen personally, Rwanda is a beautiful, beautiful country. I will be sharing a lot of more details in my different channels and social media, and I will be putting reviews also. But today, exclusively, I have requested Kasim just to share his views. Of course, he is having a rich tourism experience and he is a real Rwandan. So I really wanted to hear from his own mouth.
Okay, thank you very much. And you can't stop telling you to feel at home.
Yes.
Uh, Rwanda has this unique aspect that whoever comes in, you want them to feel that they are part of this nation
Yes.
and they should be part of this whole turnaround, the remarkable turnaround.
Great.
We've been called so many names, from ashes, from darkness, which we stand to also appreciate that. We thank the leadership of Rwanda and the Rwandans at large, having accepted the challenge at their shoulders to turn this country into what it is. And we would love to share our experience with the entire world.
Yes, I am from Dubai, and of course, Dubai is also based on the tourism. And I have seen that a lot of countries' economy is right now based on the tourism, and that's what I have felt in Rwanda also. People mistakenly take that, oh, okay, Dubai, Rwanda is only for gorillas. No, it's not only for gorillas. There are much more things to see and explore, which Kasim can tell about this.
Yes, that's true. We've been loosely taken to be a gorilla tourism destination. Without doubt, for sure, gorilla tourism is the flagship of Rwanda tourism.
True.
But there's so much to offer, to love and do around Rwanda. We're talking about six, within Rwanda, we're talking about various destinations for those who are interested in our rich culture, which is so, immense, that dates back around the first century. It's so amazing. We have that history we would love to share with the world, what we have gone through, the pre-colonial colonial times and the post-colonial, that includes the genocide, which is on a sad note, however. But we have also had to put that behind us, and we're moving forward. In Rwanda, I don't know whether people know that we've done a game safari as well.
Yes,
where we have
yes.
big five.
Okay.
And which with another interesting story, because some of these big five animals, like the lions and the rhinos, had been wiped out.
Yes.
But through conservation, because that's where we rank highly. Rwanda is an ecotourism destination, and more of what you will come to see in Rwanda is more about nature. And we're saying let's conserve and precautiously enjoy this beauty, looking at long-term goals like sustainability involving communities and extra. So you can come do that in the east, Nakagera National Park. We are a small country that sits at around 26 kilometers. But we try to still, given our small size, we still have room for the wildlife. Then the north, of course, where you are,
Yes, exactly.
the Virunga Massif, where we have the Volcanoes National Park,
Yeah.
which people have loosely translated into gorillas.
Oh, yeah.
But it goes beyond that.
True.
We have the Twin Lakes, all which is a result of the volcanicity that happened around the formation of the mountains. You see this high area, because what you find in Rwanda, actually, to make it clear, is the mountain gorillas,
True,
not lowland gorillas. And you should know that the recent census estimated the gorillas to be at around 1,000, and they're only found in this region in the whole world. And we thank our good partners in conservation and Rwandans at large, having accepted the challenge that lies on their shoulders, that these rare species that you've met today,
yes, of course,
that are still there.
It was amazing.
We don't want them to turn a tale of the past.
Yeah.
That we still feel like whoever is there can come and have a share of this. But beyond that, beyond the gorillas, we have around the communities around you can get into. Rwanda has the terrain, you've seen it. You're calling it the land of 1,000 hills because of its topography that has highlands and lowlands. This is something people we have capitalized on that by introducing mountain biking. So you can bike around the habitat of the gorillas around this around where we are.
Yes,
you can, and it's very amazing. We're seeing people in their yards going through agriculture activities. You get to know the real life, because at the end of the day, if I was a tourist, I wouldn't love to be confined in a hotel and in the vehicles being driven around. I need to explore and get out. And the bicycle can give you that. You can walk. Nature walks are also there.
Yeah, no, that's a. I mean, I have seen the when I was driving with Khassim from Kigali to Musanze and then Rubavu.
Yes.
I've seen a lot of people. They were just riding a bike, and then he explained that the bike is one of the biggest sports activity other than the football and cricket, which is coming.
Yes, Rwandans have been fanatics of football, but all of a sudden, cycling came in, and we have young champions who are coming. Actually, we have our cycling center that's nearby this hotel where which has professional mechanics. I should emphasize on that, and professional guides who are former Olympiads, because Rwanda in 2012 participated in the London Olympic Games. And like that, cycling also was coming. It was a sport coming on the map. Recently, we have added cricket. So football still has the huge following, but they are looking into other sports. So to continue with the tourism, this area where we have also the caves. We have the Musanze caves that are a result of volcanicity as well. We have an eco park that has a good rich history for those who are interested in knowing indigenous trees and ancient trees that are only confined within this Albertine region, because this area where we are goes on to form what we call the Great Albertine region, stretching towards Uganda. And we have then as you move towards where we are yesterday, that's where we have there would be before I forget, there is also hiking attached to the area. Have these 5 volcanoes around that form the Virunga Massif. If you want to hike, you can come for hiking, which is amazing, with very beautiful scenic view of the crater lakes and so on and extra. So as you move this chain heading towards the west, that's where you were yesterday in Rubavu, we have our Lake Kivu, the biggest lake in Rwanda, which is also a Rift Valley lake. It's more of a lake where people go for beach life, leisure. We have water sports like paddling, kayaks, yes, and so on and so forth. And that also has potential in terms of investment for those who would wish to have. We have some unexplored areas. I wish we had just to go deep down to the west, around Karongi. People who've been there will tell you. There is this amazing activity. People would love also to see the singing fishermen. These are very interesting. People, it's their daily life. They are involved into fishing. They go in the evening as the sun sets. They sleep over the waters fishing, and they come back in the morning again singing. This is to morale boost themselves. And they tie these 3 boats together, so that the 2 on the side are tied to pull the one in the middle. So you have 4 people on each boat on the side, and they sail.
All right, beautiful.
Moving deep down, we are going to Nyungwe.
Nyungwe
is we believe it's the oldest mountain rainforest in Africa, with some tree species that go as tall as 70 meters above. Yes, and there the pull factor would be the canopy walkway. We have a hanging bridge up there.
I've seen the video.
So the hanging bridge, normally in the forest, life is not on the ground. It's on the tree canopies. That's where you see the beautiful birds. Rwanda is also a paradise for birding, for those who are interested in birding. we believe there is also the farthest source of the Nile. The last droplets of River Nile, the Great River Nile, come from there. And then we have along Lake Kivu, as you go to Nyungwe, we have what we call the Congo Nile Trail. Why the Congo Nile Trail? The Congo Nile Trail, it's a crater that separates the waters that flow into River Nile and those that go into River Congo. So that forest is that important to the whole world because it supplies waters to the greatest rivers of Africa, the longest and the biggest. That is the River Nile and the River Congo. We have their chimpanzees and the other primates like colobus monkeys, mangabe, to mention but a few. So then we can come back toward the south now. We're talking about the Heritage Corridor where we have the King's Palace, which is that was the King's capital city, Nyanza. We have the colonial capital city, which was Astrida or Huye, or Butare, people would commonly call it. And there you can have you can learn more about the Rwandan history, the colonial times, and then we talk of as well the king's time. They're all there, the palaces are there, and they have been turned into museums. So people who come to Rwanda should also go there. Then finally, I made it intentionally because it's the common point of arrival. It's Kigali, of course. Yes. Kigali is coming up, and we would position it in terms of mice. Because Kigali has been ranked the 3rd mice destination for Africa.
All right. I have seen a beautiful convention center.
Yes, we have a beautiful convention center, but the convention center would mean nothing if there was no security. So we have to echo the issue that Rwanda has the safest, it's the safest country in Africa. And we're happy. And I normally love people who come in to feel free walking around so that they can experience this, other than it becoming just a talk of the day. It's, physically, people won't feel that. We want people who come into Kigali to visit at night, during the and so on and so forth. And what do you say about this weather?
The weather is beautiful. Weather is awesome. I mean, especially I'm coming from Dubai. Dubai is, yesterday anyway, unexpected rain happened in Dubai. That's what I heard. But temperature was still high. And this is the tropical weather, you can say. And they don't cross even 28. They are 29.
Yes,
and
average.
Average. And the lowest temperature is also very nice. So it's a beautiful country. I would say is 365 days destination. I will not take much. Definitely, I'm really thankful. That's why they already made me sit where they have already put "We miss you." Yes, they are already starting missing. So a lot of things which you guys can explore in terms of the tourism. I would really thank Khassim from Rwanda Development Board, and you have to come. And I will be sharing more pictures. I have taken more than 1,000 pictures about Rwanda, and we will be traveling together. If you have any questions, you can always come to me. I will be putting this video on LinkedIn, on my Facebook page as well, and on Twitter as well. Unfortunately, Insta can't take more than 1 minute, so we will be having other one for that one. Thank you, Khassim. Thank you very much. It was really nice, and thanks for your hospitality.
You're always welcome.
Thank you very much. Bye bye, guys.